Hey gang, Bronco Carl 92 here. So it's Tuesday, June 18th, and we're out in the garage. Tonight's just a small little project. I got to put a new set of casters on the Cummins engine stand that I have out here, so I can drag the thing outside and power wash it. So let me show you what I got. Alright, so Dan's homemade engine stand for the Cummins over here. It's got these little rubber casters on here, and actually these ones at the back, actually no, these ones are swivel. The ones at the front of the engine there are fixed. They don't roll very well on the floor, and the big issue is that when I go to push this thing outside, it's not really going to go over the hump too well, I don't think. I guess even with a piece of wood. Probably go out pretty easy. Coming back in the garage might be a whole nother story. When Dan brought it here, he actually just dropped it right in the garage with his Bobcat that has forks on it. So anyway, what I did was I went to Tractor Supply and I got me these nice 5-inch casters over here. They're rated at 330 pounds a piece. Yep, China's finest as usual. So 4 of them at 330, that's 1,320 pounds. That should support the weight, I would hope. So I've got a piece of flat stock here set up in our chop saw. I'm going to basically make 4 plates, drill them, and we'll weld the plates to the stand. Right now he's got these things tack welded on here, and well, you know, once you weld something on there, if you ever need to replace it easily, you can't. So basically, we'll make these casters easy to change out. So let me get cutting some steel here, and we'll put you back on in a bit. Okay, so we've got the steel clamped into our chop saw here. The cut's going to be right at 4 inches. This is a 3-inch wide piece of 3/16. Let's get cutting. These don't have to be absolutely precision, so use the first one as a guide and cut the rest the same way. Work of that. Always wear safety glasses. You only get one set of eyes. Alright, so I cleaned up the plates. I put my caster on here temporarily. I took a Sharpie and I traced out these holes. So I'm going to center punch all these, and this way I'll have a master. And I'm going to drill this on the drill press, and once I'm happy with it, I'll use it to drill the rest. So there you go. Let's go to the drill press. Alright, so I got our stock clamped down. I have a unibit in place. The bolts are 5/16, so we're basically going to go to the 3rd step. chamfer to it. Okay, one hole down, 3 to go. So it's a good idea if you're going to tap your metal out into a can, make sure the can's empty. There you go. Alright, so drop my bolts through and they all fit. Tell you one thing I love about Tractor Supply is, you know, you go buy these grade 5 bolts here by the pound. So this bag, which basically has enough hardware I think to do almost 2 sets of these, because I always like to buy extra, was a whole $1.92. So that's for nuts, washers, bolts, and lock washers. So anyhow, I'm gonna drill up the 3 other plates and we'll get everything mocked up and then we'll start welding. Okay, so we have our plates all drilled, we got our hardware out, and there's our casters. I cleaned up the areas down there with a flap wheel, just, you know, at the edge where I'm going to be welding. I'm going to clamp the plates in place and we'll weld them on. Okay, so we got our plates set up on the one side, they're clamped in place, got the ground on, safety gear on. Let's give this a little burn. Alright, 2 plates welded on. We'll do the other side and we'll get these casters. Alright, so it's done. I got the casters on, got the old ones cut off. It pushes pretty easy now. Once you get it moving, it rolls very smooth. Where before it was just a battle. So I'm pretty happy with that. So hopefully in the next day or so I'll drag this baby outside and start power washing it. I'm going to probably remove what's left of the crappy harness that's on it first. Yeah, this motor has quite a tale to tell, I suppose, as far as the previous mechanics that worked on it and the other weird repairs that were done. I stripped down some of the front already. I took the AC compressor off, chucked that, took the alternator off. That actually was replaced not too long ago, so I'm going to save that as a spare, even though I bought a new one. Tensioner's brand new, so I'm going to reuse that. I had the front cover off. Actually, take it off again. The inside of the motor is really clean, which is cool. I took the front cover off because this dowel pin over here tends to walk out, and if it drops in the engine, that can be a problem. So someone put a screw through here to keep the pin from walking out, so that works. So if I showed you guys this already, sorry for the repeat, but anyhow, that's that. So once again, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good night. Take care. Yeah, always wear safety glasses. You only get 2 sets of eyes. 1 set of eyes.